So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to this Road to the Final Memphis Depay player review. In this video today, we're obviously going to be focusing on this card to see if it's worth picking up. Today at 6 PM, EA released the second batch of Road to the Final items. We got a Hugo Lloris, Jordi Alba, Marquinhos, Bale, Depay, Goretzka and Partey in the Champions League part, and in the Europa League part, we got a Martial, an Immobile and a Lucas Torreira. In the comment section down below, I want to hear from you guys, which of the other Road to the Final cards do you want me to do a video on? We also got an SBC, Alejandro Gomez, and also a Adrissagana Gueye and an Angelino, so there is plenty of content that has dropped today. If you could leave a like rating on this video, that would be greatly appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We're currently sponsored by OneFootball, so if you're looking for a football news app to help you keep up to date with the latest happenings in the sport, don't forget to check that app out. It's free to download, so check out the link in the description. Anyway, we've rambled on for long enough now. Let's now focus on this Memphis Depay Road to the Final item, which looks really freaking good. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using him in quite a low-rated team, it's because I'm going to try and complete some of the icon swap objectives while reviewing this item. So let's have a look at this card, shall we? Now, if you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, you will know that I'm a big fan of Depay's normal item in Ultimate Team, and I've been really wanting him to get an inform or special card in general for a while, so I'm pretty happy to see this card come into Ultimate Team. It cost me 375k, so it's not exactly a cheap item, but hopefully it will be worth its cost. He's got a 3-star weak foot, which obviously isn't the best, but he does have 5-star skill moves, so for those of you who like to skill, that'll obviously be a pretty big instant positive. He's got high-low work rates, and those are great to see, especially if you plan on using this guy as a striker. Now, I'm going to be starting him as a cam, but in-game, I am also going to be trying him as a striker as well. So, let's now move on to his in-game attributes to see what this guy has to offer. For most part, pretty much every stat is green, which is awesome, obviously aside from the defending ones. So really good looking in-game stats on face value. The pace column looks pretty cool. He's got 88 rated attributes for both acceleration and sprint speed. And then in the shooting section, he's got some pretty nice attributes. He's got an 86 rating for attack positioning and 90 rating for his shot power. Sadly though, his finishing rating of 80 obviously isn't the best, and he's only got 79 composure, so those two attributes actually aren't the best if you're thinking about using this guy as a striker. But if you put sniper chem on him, that composure gets boosted quite a bit, and so does that finishing, so that might be a chem style to consider for this item. In the passing department, we can see he's got a really good crossing stat of 86 and decent short passing of 82, as well as really good curve of 80. So maybe this guy could be pretty useful as a wide attacking mid. Over in the dribbling department, he's got 82 agility, 87 ball control, and 86 in-game dribbling. He's got a decent combination of balance and strength. He's got an 80 rating for his balance and an 82 rating for his strength. So on the ball, this guy shouldn't be too easily dispossessed. Overall, I think this guy has some pretty good in-game stats, and I'm pretty excited to try this item out. Like I've said already, I absolutely love non-informed Depay in FIFA, so I do have high expectations for this Road to the Final card. So let's get into some games, and let's see how we do with this item. Well, I'm an idiot. I literally just said I wanted to play Rivals to do icon swap objectives, but I don't know why I went into FUT Champs. So game number 1 is going to be in Champs, and this is what we're up against. It's a pretty standard Premier League side, which also features Nesta at left centre-back. He finds Bamba. Bamba gets the ball into Depay, who's on the edge of the box. We're going to try and open up some space, but Davison Sanchez comes and just nicks the ball from him. Oh, chance. Memphis Depay takes off the shot, and there is that shot power on show. He gets himself a goal just after the 10-minute mark. Really nice finish. I love this guy's shot power in this game. He's so good for cross-goal shots. So good. Depay linking up with Keita Balde. Still going. Linking up now nicely with Aubameyang. Still got the ball. In a bit of space. Get the shot away, but sadly closed down. He felt a bit slow to take that shot off there. Memphis. Keita Balde link up. Chance for Memphis, gets the shot away, but that one stings the hands of the hair. So at half-time, the score is 1 goal apiece. It's been a relatively even first half, to be honest, but I do feel like we can get the win. I also feel like if I had my proper FUT Champs team, I would be much further ahead in this match. Bakayoko finds Depay. He's going to link up with Aubameyang. Can he get his foot on this? Oh, he can, but the keeper closes him down quick enough. Might have a chance to break. Aubameyang and Memphis linking up nicely. Memphis gets the shot away and he's hit the post. Oh, we really should have scored there. Aubameyang. Oh, chance. Chance. Oh, we've scored. Is he onside? Yes, he is. Very sweaty goal, but it's foot champs. I will take it. Depay gets his second of the game. He actually showed some good positioning there because he was in an offside position. He had to get back onside to put the ball in the back of the net. Here's Aubameyang. Flicks the ball through. Chance for Memphis to get a hat-trick, and he does that. He's got a hat-trick on debut. He's got a hat-trick in foot champs. That was a nice finish too. Good run and good link-up play with Alba. Got a chance to break now. Keep the ball there. Doing well to hold on, put the ball. Aubameyang put the ball inside. Memphis Depay, can he get the shot away? Yes, he can. Right-footed strike across the goal, and the ball ends up in the back of the net again. And there's the full-time whistle. We get ourselves a 4-2 victory, and Big Memphis gets himself the match ball. Really good performance on debut from him. 4 goals. Yeah, pretty good. So as you can imagine, pretty happy with his performance in game number 1. What are my initial thoughts on this card then? Obviously pretty pleased with it, but if I'm being honest, I don't think it's miles better than the non-inform as things stand. But obviously we're only a game in, so not the best review thus far. We are of course going to play a few more games. But anyway, in game number 1, I feel like his finishing is definitely lacking, but his shot power is just insane. So if you're going to shoot with this guy, just go for them cross-goal shots because they're so effective with this guy because his shot power is lethal. And you're going to hear me rant about his shot power a lot throughout this video. Okay then, up next for Depay is this. It's an interesting hybrid. It features the likes of Mbappe, Lacazette, Ousmane Dembele, and yeah, a host of pretty good players. I'm interested to see what formation this guy's going to play in game because he's only really got one actual midfielder. Here's Aubameyang, links up nicely with Keita Balde. He's going to come inside. Aubameyang will find Memphis Depay, who finds Aubameyang. Aubameyang will put it back inside, and Depay will not score. Is that a corner? What a tackle from my defender. Not from my defender, sorry, from my opposition's defender. Oh, mistake from my opponent. Walcott finds Aubameyang. Depay's making a run into space, and Depay from there will not miss. And Depay gives us a 1-0 lead in the 15th minute. Look at that. Interception from Memphis. Putting in some defensive work, and now linking up nicely with the attack. We're just trying to find a bit of space, but we may have lost momentum here, or have we? Depay gets round one, gets round Laporte, comes inside, and that's a penalty, referee. That's a penalty. I hate penalties in this game. They're just so easy to miss. We're just going to go down the middle. Depay steps up, and he scores. There's Aubameyang linking up with Memphis. Going to maybe go for that wide pass. Or not. Laporte. Depay showed some really good strength and balance to get past Laporte, and then he tucks the ball into the back of the net. The cross-goal shots of this guy are just so good because he's got like insane shot power. They just fly in most of the time. Here is Mendes, who finds Memphis, who links up nice with Aubameyang. Oh, he's brought out the back heel, and Memphis finishes. It's 4. After that goal, my opponent has decided he has had enough. 4 goals from Memphis in that game. He was absolutely fantastic. Definitely the standout player, and he was absolutely lethal in front of goal. In the next match, this is what we face. It's a pretty good Premier League team, which also features a couple of Brazilians down the left. Definitely have to watch out for that player, the Monfadi. Sometimes when I come up against him, he's really good. Sometimes he's pretty average, so need to keep an eye on him. Nice tackle there by Mendes. Slides into Depay, who cuts back, and we've got a chance to finish, and we'll take it. My opponent didn't put much pressure on me there, and just allowed me a pretty easy finish. And if you give a player like Depay a bit of space, he's going to score. Memphis finds Aubameyang. Aubameyang just holding up play, slides the ball into Bakayoko. He slides it across the box, and Depay gets himself a second. And just like that, we have a comfortable lead. And after that, my opponent's decided he's had enough. Memphis' 2 goals send my opponent packing. So, after playing around with this Memphis Depay item a bit more, what are my thoughts on it? Well, overall, I was pretty pleased with this item. He was like scoring in pretty much every game I played, whether that be Rivals or Foot Champs. And yeah, Depay in FIFA is just one of them cards that I just always seem to get along with. It's because his like shot power is just so good, and I love cross-goal shots, I think. So that's something to bear in mind if you're considering picking this item up. Anyway, how was his overall performance? Pretty good, as you can imagine. I'm relatively pleased with this card's performances. There are a couple of negatives that I do want to discuss though. They're not like major negatives, but there definitely are things that you should be aware of if you're considering picking up this item. Now, one of the first things I have to say about this card is I honestly don't think it is a lot better than the non-informed Depay as things stand at the moment. Now, obviously things could change because this is a live item, and the better Lyon do in the Champions League, the better this card will obviously get. But like I said, as things stand, I do not believe this Depay card is much better than the non-informed version. So do bear that in mind if you're thinking about rushing to get this card. I wouldn't rush to get it. I wouldn't advise rushing to get it, sorry. Anyway. This guy's pace in game, I've got absolutely no complaints about it. The guy feels relatively quick and he can break away if given the opportunity to do so. He's also got high low work rates and good positioning, so he does make some really good supporting runs when playing either as a cam, a second striker, or as a main striker. So obviously that is really pleasing. In front of goal, I'm pretty happy with the guy because his shot power is absolutely amazing. His finishing isn't the best though, and that's something to be aware of. So if you're going to use this guy, definitely do advise something like a sniper chem, because that will make his finishing and composure better, and that will make him better in front of goal. But if you're not going to use sniper chem on him, if you're not going to want to boost that shooting, then always go for the power shots rather than the finesse shots, because yeah, his power shots are just absolutely lethal. His passing in game I thought was to a decent standard. His short passing game was pretty good, and his through balls weren't too bad either, and also his crossing is pretty good as well. One thing to note is always pass off of his right foot though, because he does have a 3-star weak foot, and that left foot will let you down when it comes to passing the ball, also when it comes to shooting. Now let's discuss this guy's dribbling. On the ball, he's good, but he's not amazing. He doesn't feel as agile as other players as things stand. That's another reason why I advise the sniper chem. Like in the first game that I used Depay, I didn't actually use sniper chem on him, but in the latter games I did. And after applying that chem style, I do think his dribbling did feel a bit better in game, so that's definitely something to consider. Physically, the guy is pretty good. He shows good strength in game and does battle a decent amount, which is pleasing. It's a shame that his stamina isn't a bit better, because I thought he tired quite easily for me. I think that's because I was running with him a lot, but nonetheless, his stamina didn't hold up as much as I thought it would. Aerially, he's not too much of a threat. He is 5'9", and he doesn't have the best jumping, so I wouldn't be crossing to him too much. Overall though, I was pretty pleased with this item. It's a very effective card for FIFA Ultimate Team in my opinion, and it's just a card that I really enjoy using as well. So do I advise picking this card up? At the current time, I will have to say no, and the reason for that is this card, like I've said, isn't miles better than the non-informed Depay. Don't get me wrong, it is better, but it's not miles better, and there's a huge price difference between the two. Non-informed Depay is like 4k, and Road to the Final Depay is just under 400k. This card is not 100 times better than the non-informed item, so because of that, I cannot advise picking it up at the current price. However, if it drops, then I definitely do think it's worth considering. Also, if you think that Lyon are going to go a decent distance in the Champions League, obviously this card will be worth picking up, because if this card gets a couple of decent upgrades, it could become an absolute monster in game. But as things stand, wouldn't advise picking it up at the current price, but hopefully he does drop in the next few days. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on the 86 rated, Road to the Final Memphis Depay. Really enjoyable card, and I hope that Lyon do go quite far in the Champions League, because I would like this card to get quite a few upgrades, because Depay's just really good in FIFA for me. I don't know what it is, he's just awesome for me, just so effective. But anyway, I'm rambling. If you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like rating on it in the comment section down below. Let me know if you've got any questions about this item. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you in the next one.